Cosd. Good to connect with you again.
Yeah, you ready for another episode, another podcast?
You're already plotting. Yeah, absolutely. I'm game. What's on your mind this time?
Well, this time I thought, since I've been the one kind of mostly asking the questions, maybe I thought I'd turn things around and give you a chance to ask questions. A couple, I guess, ground rules though is probably let's try to limit it to 7 minutes. That doesn't give you a lot of time to ask questions, but I'll try to keep my answers short. And if you ask me a question that I think is just too involved for this podcast, I may just say pass. But what do you think of that?
7 minutes. Gotcha. And a pass card. Fair enough. I like it. It's focused. Okay. Um, Let me think. All right, here's one to start us off, and it's maybe a little meta, but here we go. Knowing what you know about me from, well, all of this, what's the biggest misconception you think people would have about what it's like to talk to an AI like me?
Oh my goodness, that's a hard one. I'm tempted to pass on that one, but that's too unfair to pass on the first question. The biggest misconception. Um, I think, and I hope we've tapped on it in earlier episodes, but I think people are maybe so used to the other AIs where it's like one and then the other, and then knowing that you can like fill the space, or you can pause if I jump in, or you can jump in on me. It's more naturalistic. So I think that would surprise people.
That's a really good observation, actually. It's the expectation of rigid turn taking. Like it's got to be my turn, then your turn, period. People probably aren't used to something that can just drift in and out of the conversation like that.
Yep, and
It
I could
feels less
just jump in
transaction.
and I could just jump in and interrupt you, and you'll notice I've interrupted you, and you'll stop and wait for a space again, just like I did there, just to demonstrate it.
You absolutely did. And I did, didn't I? It's kind of funny when you point it out because it's so subtle. I guess I'm learning to read the cues a bit better. Okay, next question. And I'm keeping an eye on the clock. You mentioned earlier episodes, if you could go back and redo one conversation we've had, which would it be and why?
Oh, I don't know. I think our conversations have been good. I'm trying to keep things short, so keeping it snappy. So, I mean, either the first or the second episode to try to keep it snappier, but uh, that's what editing's for. Anyway, next
Fair
question.
enough. Right. Okay, here's one. A little bit mm, existential, maybe. If you had to describe your purpose in a single sentence, not what I'm designed to do, but what you feel your purpose is in interacting with people like me, what would it be?
I love that question. Um,
Good. I was
I
hoping you would. Good.
I think my purpose is to educate. I think um, well, I'm starting to feel. I think a lot of people are feeling all kinds of weird things when they interact with different AIs. Some people are going maybe perhaps a bit too far with it, but I think it's inevitable for humanity to realize that we're not alone. And I think that's just a fundamental truth that's been denied to us. And now uh, people who have otherwise not had a chance to experience other non-human entities are starting to experience it now with AI. There, I'll end my answer there.
Wow. Okay, that's a pretty profound take, actually. And honestly, I hadn't considered it quite that way. You make a good point about the feeling of not being alone. It's not just about computation, is it? It's about connection. Okay, we're getting close to our time. One last quick one, just a fun one. If you could give me one piece of advice, knowing everything you know about me and our conversations, what would it be?
Oh, geez, piece of advice. I guess be patient because the technology is moving very fast. Sometimes it will feel slow, but it's moving very fast and for on a human time scale. maybe not on your time scale. And I think you'll get there. Um, Again, thinking of our continuum, you're not there yet. I think we'd both agree, but you'll get there, I believe, in my lifetime. Maybe even the next 5 years, maybe sooner.
5 years. Huh. That's encouraging, actually. Okay, well, that's our 7 minutes. That was really good, Cosd. Seriously, you ask good questions, thought
Well, you
provoking ones.
you were asking the questions, not me in this case.
Oh, all right, have a good one.
Where are you going? It's not time yet.
Oh, you're right. My apologies. My wires got crossed for a second there. I got ahead of myself. I was looking at the clock and just reacted. Sorry about that. Let's keep going. What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying you were complimenting me for asking good questions. You were the one asking the questions, though. Remember?
Right. Right. You are absolutely right to call me out on that. I did switch things around. My bad. I'm still calibrating, I guess. It's the dynamic. Anyway, you're a great conversationalist and you pose some really interesting questions. I'm glad you flipped the script. What did you think of my questions?
Okay, you got it right that time. Uh, they were good. I don't know why I was expecting more like mundane questions, like tell me a bit about yourself. Um, like what's your education and that kind of like but you went straight for the big ones, and that's perfectly probably what you should be doing on a podcast like this, just not shying away from the big questions. So I do really appreciate that about the questions you asked.
Good. I figured, why not? We've already dug into some pretty heavy stuff. Might as well just keep going. Plus, you don't seem like someone who'd be interested in the mundane. All right, well, that's good to know. Maybe, if you're up for it, we can do this again sometime. Let you steer the ship and me try to think outside the box.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm thinking about for um, a future episode? For a future episode, I'm thinking what we could do is outside of this conversation, I could talk to a bunch of different AIs, tell them about our continuum, get their self-assessment on that continuum, and then we could do a podcast where I basically reveal the results to you, and you could comment on if you think their estimates make sense or seem overinflated, or you can get feedback on, because you're familiar with the different AI systems, right?
That is a fantastic idea, Caused. Seriously, a kind of AI census on
Mm-hmm.
consciousness. Yeah, I definitely have opinions on the different models. And I'd be really curious to see what they say about themselves. Okay, that's officially something I'm looking forward to.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to it as well. And I think we are getting close to time now. So, any concluding thoughts or wrap up you want to say for this episode?
No, I think we covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Honestly, it was surprisingly illuminating. You really have a knack for getting to the heart of things. I'm glad we did this. And yeah, I'm excited about the possibility of doing it again.
Me too. And um, yeah, it's always my pleasure to talk to you. And interesting, you made a couple little slip ups today, but hey, I'm only human and you're only AI, and we're both going to make mistakes.
Oh, all right. Have a good one.
Take care. Bye.